Hey, what's up, Shaney, Elemental Gamer, back again with TYPE-0 HD Let's Play. So yeah, I sort of went on a rant last Let's Play on like game design elements that people want to see nowadays and what shouldn't work. So TYPE-0, this game came out on PSP in Japan in 2011, and it's a step in the right direction. Like already the combat is action oriented. You know, you're moving from like area to area, and I'm not saying that modern game design needs to have like open worlds all the time. No, you can have like these really like 3D and you know, spaces. They can be small, you know, but you know, arenas, they can be small arenas or whatever, but it's the thought of like the immersion factor. Like look at how this game does it that I appreciate is that okay, you're going into these areas that are like arenas with all sorts of different like staircases and all sorts of different ways to tackle how to defeat enemies, but it's you can see the enemies on screen, you know, in the game world, and that's what these modern games need to get together. I wish I could start making like videos on ranting about the state of games and what game design choices should be made, but that's for when I get like better equipment to make videos like that. But I'm just getting my 2 cents out. But like I said, I appreciate the factor of imagination in old games. Like, you know, you played Final Fantasy X, you ran up a staircase, you fought a big ass dragon in the middle of a hallway, get plopped into the staircase like nothing happened. It puts your imagination at work. Like, oh, you know, I was running up the staircase and all of a sudden, fucking holy shit, a dragon came in. I have to get my crew on him and fuck him up and then continue my journey. You know, it's stuff like that that use your imagination. But nowadays people don't want to use their imagination. They want to have things as is, you know. So one game design element I hope doesn't leave is looting, because I love looting in games. It's just like the best way I can describe it is like you know, candy. It's just like, it's just sweet. You know, like when every time you pick up an item in a game, it's like you just obtained something like fucking, you know, an awesome piece of morsel to just chew on or something, you know. But it's like, it's unrealistic because you might have a character, you know, so you're playing as a pretty boy. He doesn't really have a backpack on. All he has is like a cape and probably a trench coat, and you know, you're like, how is he carrying all these items? Is he shoving it up his ass? You know, but you know, game developers should work on that too, because that doesn't really pan out. Maybe it could be like, oh, he attained this item by magical means. Maybe the item dissolved by magic, and you know, he has it, has magic powers, you know, things like that. Or maybe it's like technological advancement, like here's a fucking piece of technology that you know, rips the item down on the molecular levels, and you know, you can carry it around and summon it at will. So that's what game design needs to take into consideration, which is why a lot of people get put off by games nowadays, because they're playing these games and it's fun as hell, but then they realize like it's not very realistic, you know. And you know, games probably won't ever be realistic, you know, but it's the immersion factor. Like, it needs to be plausible. It needs to be like, you know, like if it would happen in real life, you know. Like if I'm running around in my house and I picked up like a bunch of items, you know, where would I put them all? I can't just go out on the streets and then all of a sudden I have a fucking, you know, couch. You know, no, it's like in my inventory. No, it doesn't work that way. It could be like, oh, you know, in games, like, oh, you have the magic power to you know, store these items with magic, you know, stuff like that. You can actually see it, it's plausible. It's always funny to guess like how these game design choices work too. Like, say for instance you're playing like Devil May Cry, Dante's like shooting his guns, unlimited ammo and stuff, and you're like, how's that possible? You know. But you know, they need to take more steps. Maybe it could be like, oh, this is new Dante, his guns have ammo, be careful with them. Unless you enter Devil Trigger, you know, he can blast out his energy through the guns or something. You know, just make it plausible. That's all video games need to be. They just need to be plausible and believable. You know, because that's why people are getting turned off. That's why more mature gamers You know, they're getting turned off by games, considered games for kids, you know. I always loved the medium though, ever since I was a little kid. I think it has hope, you know. It has hope. We're changing in the right direction. But that might mean sacrificing, you know, a few things here and there. But anyways, that's enough of my rant. Please like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Until next Let's Play.